Good morning. I'm at ALIS. I've got Dina from StayPineapple. Dina, how are you?
I'm doing great. We're having a good time. Day 2 of ALIS. Super
Yes.
excited.
Yes. We've been having a great conversation. And I know everybody out there can guess what we're talking about. Hotels. Okay? StayPineapple hotels. So you're in California, various other states. What are you looking to get out of ALIS this year?
Yeah, we're really touching base with owners, finding good connections with people. We want to grow our brand. We have had 10 hotels in our portfolio, and we want to become 50 hotels. So that's the growth strategy. That's our big audacious goal. We like to be a little edgy and audacious. So
I love it. I think you guys have got a great brand, and you're putting fun back into hospitality. Okay, it's when I was a CDO of the company, my biggest fear was when the guest arrived, they had that oh no feeling. I don't want buyer's remorse when they're getting out of the car in the parking lot. But you guys go the extra yard or two or more to have a fun stay, produce a great product, and a great team. How do you do all that? Because I think it's a lost art.
it's actually simpler, I think,
Yeah.
than you think it is. It's really about creating memories
Yeah.
and creating an atmosphere for your team to be empowered
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
And empowering your team starts with themselves,
Right.
right? So it's really crucial that team members have the ability to be themselves when
Yeah.
they show up at work.
Yeah.
Like we used to say, don't bring your personal life to work. Well, we encourage our team members to bring their personal life and their whole selves to work.
Yeah.
We don't put them in uniforms. We don't tell them they can't wear earrings. We don't tell them they can't have tattoos or colored hair. We want them to greet guests the way that they would want to be greeted and in a very authentic way for them. We
Yeah.
don't script them.
Yeah.
I have literally sat in our hotel lobbies and watched team members interact with our guests and cringed at what they said because I started at Marriott and
That's right. Yeah.
it's still, the training is
Yeah.
still in my head, right?
Bell goes off.
Yeah,
Boom,
it does.
boom.
And I'm like, oh. and then magically watch the guest bust out laughing and slap the employee on the back and build a relationship.
Yeah.
And that is what our brand is about. StayPineapple can go into any boutique hotel
Yeah.
because what we really are is a service model.
Yeah.
It's really about creating relationships and building that friendship. We talk about friend style service, and that's really what it is about.
I agree, and I think that's where you see some of the more successful hoteliers in not just this country but around the world. It's what they do. I was so impressed at the lodging conference, and you were talking. I can't remember if you were on stage or you were talking to somebody, and I was eavesdropping, which I do. Okay, I admit it, I do from time to time. But you were talking about how you might get a request from an existing customer who stays with you and goes, well, I'm going to name a town in Montana and you don't have anything there.
Yeah,
And Montana's a growth market right now. They hit over $1 billion in tourism.
sure.
Which shocked me. But you and your people do the research. You'll find another place that you think they might like and give
Yeah.
it to them.
Yeah.
And I think your interaction with your customers and your repeat customers especially is second to none. So how did you install that as a core value for everybody?
So I think it goes back to that relationship base. Really, our team members build those relationships over time and over years with those guests. Like we have so many guests that come back. We know their name, we know their kids, we know their pets, we know, and it's not that it's in a computer somewhere.
Right.
We actually remember them and we know them and we know what makes them tick and what excites them.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I mean, we might know Mrs. Johnson and she's really, really seriously a cycler.
Yeah.
And she, reaches out, or she mentions we're very good at eavesdropping politely in our hotels. So she may be in the lobby talking to somebody about the fact that she's going to Montana,
Yeah.
and we just hear that.
Yeah.
And then we send her an email after she gets home from her stay and say, we understand you're going to Montana. And we also connect it to a team member that has personal experience.
Nice.
So John on our team is from Montana and grew up there. And he recommends this place to stay, this creek to go fishing on, and this cycling path. And he's hand drawn it on a map.
Love it.
And we send it to her. That is personalized service.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about hyper-personalization right now.
Yeah.
And it's all based on putting information in a computer, which is important. I'm not saying it's not.
Right.
But
I
putting
agree.
information in a computer and digesting that and figuring out how to market to a guest better.
Yeah.
Our personalization isn't about marketing to our guests. It's about improving their experience and our relationship with them.
That's the right tact. I agree. I mean, in the information age that we live in, and everybody selling information here or there. And by the way, you see an email from somebody claiming they've got the thousands of the attendees for CLIC. They don't, so don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Yeah, no. I've got people sending me emails for my own conference. It's like, really? I haven't released that to anybody. So, you've sold a hotel recently. Mm-hmm. You're in the acquisition mode now. What do you want to hear from ALIS in reference to transactions and loans?
Yeah. So we're both transacting some sales. We have 3 hotels that are either sold or under contract currently. And we're also doing some refis. We started that process in 2024, early 2024. Yeah. So what I am trying to get from ALIS and from the investment community is an understanding of timing. Yeah. So the timing has been so long. Yeah. It takes forever to get deals done right now. Yeah. And it really revolves around the banks and the financial industry. Whether it's one of our buyers that are buying one of our hotels, which, by the way, is staying in StayPineapple, so don't worry.
Nice. Love that.
Everything we're selling is not changing. It's just a new owner. Yeah. That is really where our problem has been. We've had to provide extensions on all of the sales of our hotels because the buyers couldn't get financing in place. And it's not even get it. They're getting it. It just takes forever to get it done. Yeah. So I'm like, let's be real. So there's a couple of things we need to be real about. Interest rates aren't coming down. Right. So all of us in the ownership space need to figure out how to write our pro formas and write our budgets and our plans based on realistic interest rates. Yeah. Like the 3, 4, 5% interest rates don't exist anymore, and they're not going to, if ever, for a very long time. Yeah. So we need to be able to make our deals work under the current interest rate world. Yeah. And then the other thing is we need to be able to plan transaction times more appropriately. Because, we're still working under can we get it done in 90 days? No. When was the last time you transacted a hotel in 90 days?
You're not even get your insurance in place in 90 days.
Yeah,
right now.
It's impossible. So let's figure that out. Let's make sure that we're all on the same page and we can get things done effectively and efficiently. And the banks need to loosen up.
Yep, I agree.
That's my advice.
I love it, and I agree. Okay, everybody, if you want to get a hold of Dina, contact her on LinkedIn. You can find her there. That's a great way to establish yourself and start a relationship with her. Also, we're going to have Dina on CLIC Connect soon, and we're going to have about a 20 to 30-minute conversation with her, and we're going to talk all things pineapple and hospitality, okay? Have a great day, everybody. I'll be back with another episode soon.